Generally, once upon a time is a phrase which we use before beginning any sort of story or describing any incident. So why is this particular title taken for this poem? About whom the poet is discussing in this poem, okay, and what is the discussion all about? So that we'll be seeing in very short while. Before that, let us have the introduction of the poet and then we'll proceed ahead with the poem. So the poet for this topic or for this poem is Gabriel Okara. The poet of this poem is Gabriel Okara. So let us see some more information about the poet. Gabriel Okara was born in Nigeria. He was an African poet born in 1921 in Nigeria. He got education from Government College of Umuahia. He was not that financially rich and he used to work he used to carry on his livelihood by doing the book binding work. So you can call him as a bookbinder, as well as later on he became, with all his efforts and all, he became information officer and also of Enugu region. He also published plays and wrote poems and featured them on broadcasting. Along with all these things, we'll also add on an information that his poems, the poems written by Gabriel Okara, appeared in the collection of Black Orpheus. He also wrote one of his novel titled as. So this is the information about the poet. The name of the poet is Gabriel Okara. He was an African poet born in 1921 in Nigeria, got education from Government College of Umuahia. Earlier he was working as a bookbinder. His family was not, financially rich, and then later on, after successful efforts, he became an information officer of Enugu region, and then he published plays and he also wrote poems, and he also became one of the outstanding poets, and then he also featured his own writings and all on the broadcasting. And his poems appeared in the collection of Black Orpheus, and he also wrote a book titled as Voice. Now let us proceed understanding the poem Once Upon a Time. So let us begin with the first stanza of the poem. The first stanza of the poem says, Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. But now they laugh with their teeth, while their eyes block, cold eyes search behind my shadow. So this is the first stanza of a poem. Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. But now they laugh with their teeth, while their eyes block, cold eyes search behind my shadow. So here the poet is having conversation with his son. This poem is a conversation which is in between poet and his son. So here in this poem, the poet is comparing the people who were in the past and the people who are in the present. So here the comparison between the past and the present people is going on. Once upon a time. So your poet is designating his son and saying him that once upon a time they used to laugh with their hearts. Here they refers to the people. They used to laugh with their hearts. When we used to generally in the olden times, when people used to go to the movies, they used to watch films and all. If there would be some comedy scene, they used to really burst in laugh. Okay, they used to laugh louder. And if there is scene where the hero or heroine is expressing his or her own sorrow, the people could empathize and feel that. But nowadays everything is been vanished. People, if they feel like laughing, they just laugh with their teeth, not with their heart. This is what the poet wants to convey or is conveying to his son. They used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. Very good phrase, right? Laugh with their eyes. So that happiness was visible in their eyes, but now they laugh with their teeth. Only for the sake of laughing and gaggling, they are just doing so. But the inner happiness has been vanished, while their eyes block cold eyes. Now the author says that while the eyes block cold eyes, that is, the eyes he is describing here that the eyes who do not care for the person who is present in front of them. Their greedy eyes or their specific intention is to avoid certain people whom they don't want to meet and to favor certain people who are just required for that point of time. So they search behind my shadow. So when there is no need of that particular person, they try to avoid, but without having a good relation with the same. So this is how in the first stanza the poet describes the past, the difference between the past and the present kind of meetings with the different people. Now in stanza 2, let us see what the poets add to it. Let us see the stanza 2 now. There was time indeed, they used to shake hands with their hearts, but that's gone son, now they shake hand without hearts. So here, children, generally it also happens in most of our lives too. When we meet any new personality, any important personality, before they extend their hands, we want to shake our hands with them because they are distinguished personality. But when we board any auto, any rickshaw, or we take help of any particular person for anything, maybe in the lift or something like that, or maybe the maids who are cleaning our home, and they offer their hands, we hesitate to shake hands with them. So this is how we are forgetting the morality. Okay, so here the poet also conveys the same thing, that there was a time indeed when people used to shake hands out of the happiness or out of the gratitude which they used to get from their bottom of their hearts. But now they still shake hands, not because they feel that gratitude, but just it has become a kind of a formality that hands should be shaken. That feel which the people of earlier times used to possess is missing son. This is what the poet is conveying to his son in the second paragraph or second stanza. Now let us see what is described by the poet in third stanza. So continuing the second stanza, the poet also adds that while their left hands search my empty pocket. So here, add on to the second stanza, the poet says that they just shake hands with the people whom they feel that will be helpful in one or the other way. So they shake the hands, but the other hand will be checking in the pocket. This literally doesn't mean that the second hand will be used to check the pocket, but it means that if they feel that the person coming or the person whom I am meeting is of really importance at or some or the other point of time, they will definitely shake hands. But they will definitely not shake hands when they feel that there is no need with this person. So this is how today's society or today's generation has developed a kind of selfishness attitude or self-esteem, that they don't want to shake their hands with the people who have helped them directly or indirectly, but they just expect the people to help them at some or the other point of time, and if they feel that people will be helping them in financial or maybe some other aspect, they consider only them as important in their life. They have forgotten the morality of wishing everyone, of greeting everyone. So those days are gone son. So poet is expressing his sorrow for the same. Let us see how the poet describes in the third stanza about this. Feel at home, come again. They say, feel at home, come again they say, and when I come again and feel, and when I come again and feel at home once, twice, there will be no thrice. For then I find doors shut on. So what do the poet convey in third paragraph? The poet says that when the guests come to our home or our friends come to our home, we generally say, comforting them, that please feel comfortable, please feel that you are at home, don't feel that you are, living in some other's place, okay, please feel comfortable. And we say them, when we are bidding bye to them, at the end, we tell them, please do come again, please do visit us. And by this attitude, when the guest comes again for the first time, for the second time, we still welcome them. And then there will be no third time, because by the second time itself, the host or the family members get so disturbed and exhausted that they start shutting the doors in front of the guest. insulting them for coming to their house. This is what is the low patience level which is being focused by the poet in this stanza. So in third stanza, the poet says that the respect, the tribute or the kind of attitude we used to show to our guests, to our friends who used to come to our home, that has been lost, my dear son. We say from out, not from within, that please do come, feel comfortable. We just say it for once and twice, then thrice never comes back, because they start shutting the doors on our faces, and the people who come to our homes feel insulted by this and they never turn up again. So this is how all the social relations are getting scattered away. So this is what the poet conveys to his son in third stanza. Let us say what is the expression of the poet in the fourth stanza. So I have learned many things, son. I have learned to wear faces, or can say to wear many faces, like dresses. Home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all conforming smiles, like a fixed portrait smiles. So here the poet says that I have learned many things, son. So observing this kind of surroundings, even I have learned so many things, my dear son. Out of the things which I learned, the best thing or the worst thing you can say is I have learned to have different kinds of faces. I am not originally what I am. I have to change my nature, or I have to change my attitude as per the person. When I come home, I am something. When I go to office, I am something. When I see somebody on the street, I am something. And when there is a weird situation, I have to put a cocktail face. Here cocktail word refers to the mixed expressions. Generally, cocktail is a drink consisting of various kinds of taste, but here cocktail face represents a face which carries multiple expressions with all conforming smiles. So here the poet says that wherever I go, whatever I do, I just smile looking at each and every one. So this smile is not from within the heart, my dear son. It is just a smile, like if you put a portrait, how it smiles continuously without any break. In that manner, even I have started just smiling at the people. That real feel, that togetherness, that friendliness, everything has been lost. Now I have just remained like a portrait which keeps on smiling whatever may be the situation. So this is the sorrow, a kind of sorrow feeling being expressed by the poet to the present generation. Now let us see what he conveys in the next stanza. Poet says in fifth stanza that, and I have learned to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without my heart. I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good ridden. To say glad to meet you without being glad, and say it's been nice talking to you after being bored. So in fifth stanza, author says that along with having different kinds of faces and smiling continuously, my dear son, I have even learned just to show my teeth. I have also started just showing my teeth rather than laughing from the heart, within the heart, or wholeheartedly. Even I have started just showing my teeth. And then author says, and shake hands without my heart. So here the author says that even I have started shaking hands without my heart. My shaking of hands doesn't express any sort of feeling from my heart. I just shake hands only to just complete a formality. When I have also learned, when I feel that I should get ridden of that person, I don't want to talk to that person, I just want to avoid, I just say okay, goodbye. Okay, so this is how I have learned using certain words to avoid such people, some people in my life. And then when actually I should say that glad to meet you, I just say this, glad to meet you, not actually having that gratitude or glad in my heart, but I say this just only as to send that person quickly. And then when I have to say that it has been nice talking to you, I say this But when I actually feel bored, I just have to say that statement so that the other person keeps quiet after his or her talk. This is how we have been learning about the things in the present generation. So this is what poet conveys to his son. That son, not only these people have learned themselves, but even I have learned all this from them. So it's really a pitiful situation of the poet. Let us see how the poet winds up the poem in the next few stanzas. But believe me, son, here author again seeks the attention of his son by using this line. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all the things. I want to unlearn all these muting things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh. For my laugh in the mirror, show only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. So in stanza 6, poet seeks attention of his son and says, son, after experiencing and learning all these things, I actually feel that living with this kind of attitude, it's really painful. I don't want to have this kind of attitude. I just want to be what I was earlier when I was like you, at your age. I want to unlearn all these muting things. Here muting is nothing but the things which secludes the person from the society, which keeps the person away from the society. So I just don't want this kind of, outlayered thing. I don't want all the superficial thing. I want to be originally what I am. And most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh for my laugh in the mirror. So he wants to laugh louder. He doesn't want just to show the teeth like how the snake shows its flanks out. Right? You might have observed snake showing its flanks, or maybe any other bird or insect taking its teeth out. Flank here refers to teeth. Okay, sharp teeth. Like, few animals possess like dog and sometimes snake as well. So I don't want to show those flanks to the people, but I actually want to smile and laugh wholeheartedly. That is what I wish for myself, my son. This is what the author says to his son in the stanza 6. Now let us see what is author's the main wish of the author. Concluding the stanza or concluding the poem, author says that, show me, son. So show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. So here the poet says, or he seeks help of his son, and he says, my dear son, please help me. I want to change myself. I don't want to be so superficial like this. Please teach me how to laugh wholeheartedly. How can I be so kiddish again? And I don't want to be like this. Please help me out and change myself from this superficial world to actually enjoy each and every moment, to actually help me express my gratitude, my feelings, my love and my care to all my people in a very bold and frank manner. I just don't want to behave superficially. I just don't want to cheat the people with the different faces I carry. I want to be the unique I, what I used to be at your age. So dear son, please help me come out of this. So this is how the poet is requesting or seeking the help of his son to come out of this kind of thing and let him enjoy the world freely and fearlessly. Okay, so I hope you all have understood the lesson. So my dear students, you also please don't try to portray yourself in a wrong way to others just to keep them satisfied. You be what you actually are. Your uniqueness will only be with you. There will be no other who will be replicating you in this entire world. So be proud of the qualities you possess. Be proud or feel proud that you are the one unique on this earth, and be, sensitive and caring with everyone. I hope you have understood the topic well. Thank you one and thank you all.